Nobody knows what headlight courtesy is anymore.
You're not supposed to do it.
Actually, it was protected by the First Amendment.
Oh, really?
Yep.
And that's why you stay away from the yellow snow, Steve.
Watch out where the Huskies go. Don't you eat that yellow snow.
See, Chris thought the yellow snow was lemon flavored.
Oh.
No.
Welcome to Mayhem's Amigos. I am TJ. That's Chronic Chris. There's Steve. There's Adam. We're here. Irene is currently indisposed, but planning on being here today.
No, I never thought it was. I never thought it was lemon flavored. Just because it's yellow does not necessarily make it lemon flavored.
Okay, could be banana or pineapple.
Yeah. Probably
upside down pineapple flavored.
The mango.
He's all about that pineapple. He's even got one out front.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'll tell you what, me and my wife had a pineapple thing before the swingers decided to use it as their symbol. So, you know what? I was using the pineapple first.
So you did it before it was cool,
You claimed that you did everything first.
No, I didn't do everything first. Just because I'll tell you where I got it from. There's a specific TV show that I really enjoy watching, and it's called Psych. And in every single episode, there is a hidden pineapple. I have almost found all of the hidden pineapples.
Really? A hidden pineapple.
You really had nothing better to do than to look for pineapple on a TV show?
Sometimes.
Wow,
I'm very sad for you now.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? When you live your life doing whatever the hell you want and you really don't want much, just simple pleasures.
So you should be an expert at masturbating.
I am.
Like I'm sorry. Awesome. I'm gonna go fuck my girl before I search for pineapples in a TV show.
Right?
I don't care how many times it's been throughout the day. That's always going to be my preference.
Steve,
well,
if you had
know,
choice,
you don't always have that option.
Exactly.
Steve,
sometimes you go try to fuck your girl and nature has other plans.
Well, then you could always get this award.
Or there's no girl.
Right.
Well, if you got no girl, there is a simple solution for that.
My left hand.
What do we got going on here? I see nothing.
Yep, I don't have a thing.
All right, things I'm going to share, so I just bounced out of it. There's a picture of a guy that Adam shared us this. Where's my phone? Maybe I can do it that way.
So if you don't have a girl, there's an easy fix to that. Go out and get one.
Nope, that's not very easy either.
Sometimes it may cost you a couple bucks, but it's not difficult to get a girl.
Right.
Now,
what if you don't want to?
If you don't want to, well, then that's your own prerogative.
Right.
There you guys go. There's Chris's award.
Oh, God, yeah.
I thought that was a picture of Steve from when he was young.
Could have been that, too.
Has Steve ever been that skinny?
No.
Okay, so then it would have been Chris.
Yeah.
I didn't play golf.
But now, if the issue with your girl is a nature issue, like her Aunt Flo came to visit,
and get your Red Wings. Come on, man.
Gross.
I
No.
don't know.
I am not a fan of ambrosia.
I'm not saying dive into the pool head first, but you know, you can still earn your Red Wings.
I made that mistake once.
You got a mouthful, did you?
Tasted like copper pennies.
But no, I had a scenario here, Steve.
Yeah.
So if you had a choice of watching a TV show and trying to find pineapple on the TV show, or banging a hot girl that got stuck headfirst in a dryer, which one are you going to choose?
Oh, fuck.
Well, that one's a no fucking brainer. Especially with Steve. Hell, he might try to bang the girl while watching the TV show.
Would you let him talk?
Yeah. I bang her while I'm I can't use I can't do two things at once when it comes to sex. I can't have sex with someone there can't be any TV on, no music, no lights, no nothing. I can't have any.
We know why you can't have no lights on, but
I know she's so fucking real.
She or
I can't get up on it. I got lights on. Even when I masturbate, I gotta have lights on.
Well, at least there's honesty.
Yeah.
well, Steve's afraid to turn the lights on. She'll take one look at him and take off.
Exactly.
Not if she's stuck in the washer or dryer.
That's true.
You got a point there, yeah.
Then she's trying to get out. She keeps forcing back and landing right on Steve.
That could help out in the whole exchange.
That's true.
Could
Yep.
be using Steve like a human plunger.
Yep.
Steve could be the tow truck. He just threw out his loop.
I wished. Believe me, my cable's not long enough.
I have tried to not advertise that.
Oh.
I know there's one show that you do advertise that on, but I've been trying not to.
Well,
That's true.
if your cable ain't long enough to reach the number one hole from behind, there's always the back door.
It ain't long enough there either.
You just need to learn techniques to utilize your shorter cable. That's all you can do.
Or get really good with your tongue.
I was gonna say, or yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
You can get really good with your tongue. You don't have to do a whole lot of work.
that's true. That's true.
You need to be a cunning linguist.
I am the
Yes.
clit commander.
That's a lie.
I'll be right back, guys.
Steve must be getting ready to masturbate just at the thought of this.
Actually, for some reason, as soon as he clicked his camera off, I wish I had a button for a toilet flushing.
He might be heading that direction.
Yeah. He's going to go and get his pillow and
Right.
have an
I've seen-
adventure.
I've seen where Steve had to run to the bathroom, you know?
Yep.
Oh, fuck. No, they've had us, during this peak, man, they've had us running 7 ways to Sunday. I haven't been able to think straight. It's been crazy. I've been working 6-day work weeks. I'm like, come on next week, get here.
Yeah. I bet.
Dude, as much as I hate Illinois, I'm looking forward to the break. But the fact is, I don't think I'm even going to get a break then. I'm going to have to go up there, and then I've got to run around like a fucking chicken with its head cut off.
Yeah, I was really hoping to. I was really hoping to head up north this last weekend.
Yeah.
Well, then I get, I'm in bed. I'm asleep, right? I'm curled up. I've got my blankets on me. The AC's going because it's in the 70s down here. I'm drooling on my pillow. Images of naked boobs dancing in my head. Just perfect slumber.
Just as long as they're not Steve's.
Then all of the sudden, my phone rings and startles me out of that. And it was great. Like, I was getting ready to have a threesome with Michelle Rodriguez and Jordana Brewster. And it's like, fuck, you woke me up from this? I answer the phone. It's my ex-wife. I'm putting a an approval app on our son's phone. And I said, why? Well, I found an app that had anime porn on his phone. I said, you do realize that we are less than 4 months away from him turning 13. And you're trying to restrict everything. Well, we need to be the parents he needs. I was like, no, we need to let him actually become his own person. He's old enough.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna get it one way or another. Well, with me, I'm like, bullshit. My dad said the same thing, and I found fucking Penthouse at 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you need to ask yourself, when you were 13 years old, what were your parents doing? Hell, I remember an ad on TV that had several celebrities that popped up and said, hey, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are?
Yeah, right?
Our parents needed a fucking reminder that they had kids.
Right.
Well, yeah, because most of the day they sent us out and into the towns, and usually we had to be home by the time the night lights came on.
Yeah.
Shit.
All the street lights.
Sometimes I was
Street light comes on,
home.
that's curfew.
Until you got a driver's license.
Yeah, when you got the driver's license, and that went out the window.
Yep.
You had headlights then.
Yeah.
I had to be home by midnight.
2 sets. One on the front of the car and riding shotgun.
Hopefully.
I go to the back seat with my best friend. I was driving around. I go to see him in the rearview mirror, though. That was a good thing.
Jesus.
I'd rather have my hand over there playing with him,
Yeah.
Oh, I drove with my left hand and shifted with my right.
All right.
Had
So
the young lady I'm with driving stick shift while I drove.
kind of talking about this brings back a memory, and this is actually something I've never talked about ever once.
Wow.
When I was younger, 15, 16, I was working 2 jobs after I got my license, which I've talked about quite a bit. But the one at the grocery store, I ended up meeting a girl there. And I'm like, oh, okay, we hit it off. Everything's going good, blah, blah, blah. Well, I ended up banging her. And a friend of mine lived a couple blocks down the road. Like, okay, hey, I'll go over and say hi to him. He's like, dude, you got to meet my new girlfriend. I'm like, oh, yeah? What's her name? And he tells me, oh, really? Where's she live at? Oh, she lives a couple blocks away. I'm like, I got to go.
It's like, yeah, that young lady helped me with my eggplant the other day.
No, it was like 30 minutes earlier.
Oh.
I mean, I literally went from banging her over to see him. Like, man, hey, I met a new girl I'm banging. And he's like, yeah, that's nothing unusual. Why do you keep insisting that I'm a fucking whore, But then he's like, oh, yeah, you got to meet this girl, and then she winds up getting pregnant.
Uh-oh.
Well, come to find out, she's banging half the town. So it's like, all right, it can be anybody.
Oh, Village Bicycle, huh?
Yeah. Luckily, I never got anything that kept on giving, like, any type of, herp or wart or anything like that.
And if you only would have known Steve back then.
What are you talking about?
Well, no, then Steve could have had a ride too.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny because I don't know if I told you guys this before, but TJ, you've known me for years, and I've always been a pretty clean guy. I've always tried to keep myself, neat in appearance and not smell or anything like that.
Other than smelling like a skunk.
Sounded earlier. Thank you.
Hello, nurse.
Years ago, I used to work at McDonald's in Pontiac. And we were out hanging out at one of the guys' houses one night, like 8 of us employees hanging out there. And this one manager didn't want to hook up with me because she thought I was nasty. But she ended up getting trained by like 6 dudes at the party, and they all got chlamydia from her.
Oh.
So you dodged a bullet.
I dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
I didn't really on that one because that same friend, I mean, we still talk now, but man, it's not the same friendship as was because I keep learning that every time I get around him, he keeps trying to fuck with my life. And it all stems back to that. Like, he's still very pissed off.
Sounds to me like he needs to let that shit go.
I'm like, dude, that was over 30 fucking years ago. You really need to let this go.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I was like, matter of fact, you want to see how much of a whore she is? Get me her number. I know a guy that needs to get laid, and I will take her to visit him.
How much?
Probably just the gas to get there, Steve.
Like that.
Yeah, just be my fuel. I think she'd
Yeah.
hop on you.
Where she live?
She lives up by Fat 420.
Oh, she lives. Oh, that's only about an hour from me.
Yeah.
There you go.
Fuck yeah.
Drive an hour for 15 minutes and then drive back an hour.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's a
That
big
might
day
be
out of it.
that might be 14 minutes too long. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, he'd take her to get a Happy Meal.
There's a chance as soon as I see her, I'll be blowing my load watching her.
I gotta admit though, she was a butterface, dude. Like big time. Her nose was all smashed in and everything.
So?
I mean, the body was right, but the face was. That was the first time that I broke out the
Considered-
Texas state flag and I banged her for Lone Star Pride. I'm like, God damn.
You don't have this thing called imagination?
Or a paper bag.
I have a good imagination.
Just be like Steve
mask.
and turn out the lights.
Yeah.
I have a great imagination until all the blood runs from my brain to my cock.
no,
And then my imagination shuts off.
mine never shuts off.
And who says you got to look at her face?
Exactly. Close your eyes.
Or focus on any other number of body parts.
What I should have done is, well, I was kind of stuck in she was the first one I ever picked up and I nailed, put her back up against the wall and then nailed her on the wall.
Okay.
Wow.
So I'm kind of like stuck where I've got to look at her face while I'm doing that.
Not really. You can look down.
Push your head aside and look at the wall.
I love you, honey.
Now, maybe Chris will, do that one of these days with his wife. Pick her up, hold her up against the wall, pin her there, and then there you go.
Oh, I bet he's already done that. So I guarantee he's already done that. He spun that shit around backwards on the couch.
I don't like to kiss and tell, but
I don't know Chris.
We're not talking about Chris. We're not talking about kissing, Chris.
Yeah.
We're talking about fucking. It's a difference.
That was the greatest scene in my favorite movie, Less Than Zero, is when fucking that. Who was it? John was it? Who was it? Andrew McCarthy fucked Jamie Gertz like that. Got her against the wall. Oh, they didn't even get dressed. Didn't even get undressed. That was a.
Well, you had that. You had the. Of course, you had the scene in 8 Mile where Eminem picked her up and nailed her on a pallet.
Oh yeah, that was a sexy one too, Brittany Murphy. Ooh,
dude,
man.
we lost Brittany Murphy way too early.
Yeah, I bet she could.
Way too early. I think if she would have lived and like really dove into her acting, my God, we would have seen a lot more stuff out of Brittany Murphy.
Yeah.
And it would have been good. I mean, she was A, she was gorgeous. B, she was a hell of an actor. She's a hell of an actress.
Man.
And she wasn't afraid to take whatever role and run with it.
Right. Who was a hell of an actress?
Brittany Murphy.
Oh yeah. What's her name? King of the Hill. Luann.
Was that Brittany Murphy?
That was Brittany Murphy, the original Swamp Chicken.
I'll be damned. You know, of course, Eminem and 8 Mile.
Yeah.
With Ashton Kutcher and Just Married.
Yeah. That was a good one, too. I mean, like I
Clueless.
said.
Yes, can't forget Clueless.
We lost Brittany Murphy too early.
Fucking drugs.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen her more naked.
Oh, I definitely like to see her more naked. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, other than her face, because man, she had the most, I call them fuck me eyes. Oh man.
God, yeah. They dragged
she had
in.
that fuck me eyes, you know.
They would drag. All you got to do is Google search Brittany Murphy naked.
Yeah, I don't need that many.
Really? I tried to do that with fucking Amy Roloff, you know, Little People, Big World. I couldn't find that.
Wait, what?
No.
You know the show Little People, Big World about all the little people? Yeah, Amy Roloff, the mom.
Is she one of the little people?
Yeah.
And you were trying to find her naked?
Yeah. I think she's hot.
To each his own.
Yeah.
I get a lot of little people taking. I get a lot of little people naked on my TikTok.
I mean, I'm kind of creeped out by it.
Why? Well, I heard. I've never known because I've never been with a little person. I've heard that little people have biggie, normal size privates.
Yeah, it looks like a bovine vagine.
Your privates aren't. Your privates aren't affected by it's an ectoskeleton or whatever. It's your bones that are affected.
Looks like something that belongs on a cow.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm serious. It's like, because you go to the cow, everything on the cow is so huge. I'm like, God, that looks like, nope. And once I realized that, I can't unsee it. So it's like, no.
But remember though, you remember when you start with the cows, I'm gonna so-called a rear end. That rear end is tight until you get your hand in there and start working. Then you can get your whole arm up in there. Just to start out, you can't get all of your hand up in there. You have to make it bigger.
Why do I feel like I'm about to regret what I'm about to say?
Because you probably are.
Steve, how do you know that?
I watch a lot of bovine type of stuff. I used to watch this one doctor. He would do autopsies on cows.
Really?
Determined how they died. Yeah.
Like I've helped out with like a breech birth where it was not my arm going in the ass. Yeah. It was going in something else.
Right, but your arm had to go in there. The whole arm. You go in there with the chain, man. They go in there with the chain.
Went in with a rope.
Rope, chain, yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you what, I was drunk for about the next week to get past the smell.
Oh, I bet. I love the smell of the horse shit, of cow shit, but I just don't think I could put my arm up a cow's ass.
Oh, see, the way you were talking, it sounded like you had experience.
The only experience I have with cows is loading them in a trailer and taking them to market.
You never did put your arm up their butt?
No. I did dig a hole next to where one was pretty much dying, and then we just kind of pushed him in, shot him.
Irene, welcome to a very disturbing conversation.
Right?
Hamburger. What the Steve, are you okay?
I'm fine. Man,
like you're down in the corner, like looking.
No, I'm sorry. I used to excuse myself earlier. I had to go poop. I couldn't wait.
We just assumed that you were firing some off before the show.
Oh no, dude! I'll be honest.
No,
I just
knowing
sat
that
down
Irene
here.
was going to be on.
It's never happened in my broadcasting career. sit down, man. I got shit. And I don't know if I can.
It has happened.
Oh, yeah, it happened when I was morphine, Steve, in the hospital.
No, it happened. You sitting in your chair at your place in Oriana.
Really?
Yes. You were extremely high.
This fucking turd was fucking a little record breaker. I should have took a picture.
Yeah, you should have sent it to Jason.
I should have said to somebody else that they were going to send me pictures of theirs after they pooped in the morning, but I won't mention any names.
Hey, I did not. I was nice. I said, no, I was not going to send that to you.
I don't know. Anybody said, "Oh, good morning." Good thing is that I went poop.
It's my morning bowel movement.
I did it to you.
I figured that you would like to know that I pooped today. You know,
I'm so happy.
And on this conversation, Chris goes to pitch into the conversation.
I did the other day. Right, I did yesterday.
No, I just had to shut my dogs up real quick.
Yesterday, right before Steve went on the air, I sent him a text message. I was like, 2 great things. First, I pooped today. And second thing is I'm not sending you a picture. He's like, oh, yeah, thanks.
What he really meant was, please send it anyways. I feel so heartbroken when you don't. I think that's what he really meant.
And I was like, is he getting mad because I'm not sending the picture, or getting mad because I told him I had to shit?
Both, because he's jealous.
It's got you muted again, Steve. I think Milton Dud muted you.
I don't need it. I don't need it.
It's like, TJ, you raised his hopes by telling him you were going to shit. And then you smashed them all aside when you told him he wasn't going to see it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, there are times where I'm talking in the chat room on that show and I'm sitting on the John, you know.
Oh, really?
Same.
Right? It's great. It's one of the best places to come up with your best comments. You're sitting there, oh, hey, that's a good idea. And you type it in.
Inspiration.
I like to call my brother. This always feels right, calling my brother while I got a big, healthy turd down the pipeline.
Things you
How
do
you
with
doing? Oh,
this episode of Geraldo.
Hell, when I get up to Iowa, first thing I got to do is run over to his house and take a shit.
Man, maybe that's what I should do when I get up to Illinois next week. Is I should go over to Steve's house and take a shit.
No one needs shit.
The upper decker.
Yeah,
there you go.
Go over.
Yes.
I wouldn't
that
do
one
that
for
to
later.
Steve. There's other people I would definitely do that too. There's people I can think of off the top of my head that I would definitely walk into their place and give them an upper decker.
Oh, if that fucking happens here, I'm be pissed. I'm checking my fucking toilet after people leave.
I know what I'm doing the next time I go to Iowa.
Leaving your brother an upper decker?
Yep, damn
Yeah.
Skippy.
Oh, I'll be mad. I would be mad.
There's only 2 ways to get rid of an upper decker. Either
Flushing it
1,
on?
pull that turd out by hand, or 2, just replace the fucking toilet.
Replace holding. Put like the caution tape all around it. Throw it in your yard.
Go ahead, Georgie. Replace your toilet. I'll do it again.
Oh my God. Now, Steve might go over to, somebody else's place, go over to Dan and Chrissy's or something and leave an upper decker for them.
Oh, yeah.
You see him totally.
He's like, ooh, that's an idea.
Right.
Nobody wants it done to them, but everybody thinks it's funny when it's done to somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
Did you poop? Don't disintegrate?
It's like falling down. You don't want to fall down, but it's always funny when you watch someone else do it.
See, that's the beauty of living in this coach is I never have to worry about an upper decker.
Oh, that's right. Because you don't.
There's not an upper deck to
That's
go
right.
into.
Yep.
It's just like, whee, be falling.
That's That's what I hate about public restroom toilets.
Do you really
90% of them went to just that straight auto flush. Very, very rarely will you find an old school gas station with a toilet with a tank.
Yeah.
Very rarely.
And what do you do?
You leave them a piece of your mind.
Oh man.
So we got to get into this. All right. Last night was the return of a WWE classic. They took over NBC primetime, and they had the return of Saturday night's main event. Which, of course, Steve and I watched.
Yep.
And there was a lot of good matches that were on it, but I had my initial problem with this whole thing was for people that pay to not get commercials. They did this fantastic job of interrupting matches because of commercial. Now, I did not see the commercials. I got, we'll be back soon. We'll be back soon. We'll be back. Fuck you if you will be back soon. I want to see the match.
Yeah, just keep the cameras rolling and let the people who don't pay get interrupted by commercials. It's not that difficult,
now, Steve,
WWE.
Did you get that or did you get the commercials?
I think you're broken.
I think I might have.
I get the commercials.
You got the commercials.
Yeah, so I don't have to see that. I'll be back. So I hate that though.
Oh man, I wanted to throw the phone. Well, I was, and of course I'm watching it while I'm at work. So I wanted to throw the phone out the window of the truck.
We'll return it shortly.
And then they're playing this background music that sounds like
they don't have good music.
Sounds like something new age music from the 1980s.
Hey, don't knock the 80s music.
That I will knock new age all day long.
No, don't knock new age.
Remember those CDs they used to sell on the infomercials? Like,
never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around.
This is like that really crappy new age, like
Mayhem's Rickrolling.
Oh God! Where it was like all the flutes and crap, and you're sitting there, you're like, "Oh, turn this garbage off." Like the inspirational music, like ugh. Let me see.
The meaning in my life. You're my final.
You guys are never gonna sell me on that.
You bring meaning to my life.
Like a virgin.
Woo! For the very first time.
All right, what's that one?
Here we go.
The REM song. What's that REM song?
Like this crap.
Oh.
So like the synth crap.
Yeah, like all the synthesizers, and I'm like, turn this shit off. Like, if you're gonna make me sit here and wait, give me some fucking Ozzy or something. Turn this shit off. So then, all the matches that I'm trying to watch, I get the beginning of the match, then I get like 7 minutes of instrumental fucking synthesizer bang my dick in a sliding door shit, and then it comes back so I can see the finish. And then I get the build up and I get 3 minutes of the match. Then I get 7 minutes of I'm ready to slam my dick in a broken sliding glass door. Then I'm back for another 3 minutes to see the end of the match. Like,
yeah, now that you say that, I just realized that would explain a lot, though. That would explain why there was no interferences by anybody in any of the matches.
yeah.
Yeah, there was no though. I thought the Usos would jump in the Gunther match, and I thought
well, I thought the Usos would have jumped in on Drew and Sammy.
Yeah, Drew and Sammy. I'm sorry, Drew and Sammy, and then what's his face? The punk ass fucking Dominic Mysterio and Raquel. Although Raquel,
I thought that was going to happen.
Hot. She was fucking hot.
Io Sky looked fucking hot last night.
Yeah, they all looked hot. Even Liv Morgan looked hot. Damn.
Liv Morgan annoys the hell out of me.
She got a fucking bloody nose.
I hate Liv Morgan's voice, but I could imagine Io Sky trying to say my name in Japanese.
Io Sky is a little chunky. She got a little bit of meat on her.
I don't give a damn. I could make sure that meat disappears. Give me a couple of weeks.
That just means that the girl can take a little bit more of a pounding. That's all.
Oh, I guarantee you she could take a pounding. Jeez.
Oh, dude, I'd be down there just licking away, trying to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop.
Oh, it's at the top of her head because her fucking head goes.
I would eat Io Sky until I taste brains.
Wonder what color her carpet is. Her hair is all kinds of
same as the drapes.
Purple, red.
There may not be drapes.
So all right. So let's go through
it's hardwood.
Let's go through each one of these real quick, and that way we could get to the big thing that happened, which was after everything went off the air. The best part of the whole show happened after everything went off the air.
Yeah.
All right. So number one, we had Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn. Straight up,
I wanted Drew to win,
and Drew won it. Drew Claymore'd Sammy.
Yeah.
Drew is starting his revenge tour, it looks like.
Good.
And then we get to, let's see, what was next? That was Drew and Sammy, and then it went to...
It went to Io Sky.
It went to Io Sky and Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship.
Yep.
Again, Steve and I are sitting there, we're both expecting interference. We're both expecting something to happen. Clean match. Liv wins it straight up for the first time. But Liv gets to see probably one of the sexiest ones on the roster on her way out, and that was Rhea Ripley.
God damn, she's fucking hot.
I would be happy to put my head in between Rhea Ripley's legs, and if she killed me, that would be a way to die.
I'd let her squeeze. I'd let her squeeze as hard as you can, baby.
You would allow her some snoo.
Yeah, she is. Any one of them, even okay, we'll keep on going because there's another one that you guys will think I'm fucking crazy, but I've liked her since the time I saw her walk out. But she's in another match, so you keep going.
All right. So the next one that we had was the triple threat for the World Heavyweight Championship. Damian Priest, Finn Balor, Gunther. We saw a side of Gunther for a brief flash at the end of the match that we have not seen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he could get ruthless if need be when he dropped Damian Priest on his back on the steps.
Oh, fucking right.
But it seemed during the entire match, it seemed more like Priest and Gunther, Finn Balor would start getting involved, and then they just smack Balor back like a fly.
They throw him outside the ring or something.
Fuck out of here. This is between us.
Right.
But Balor was,
and that's fine with me because I really can't stand Finn Balor. So.
I'm sick of Finn Balor. But you got to give the guy his credit where it's due. When it comes to being a fly in the ointment, he's good at it.
Yeah, that's true.
In my opinion, he's a good mid card. Don't make him a champion again.
Yeah. Don't promote him up. Of course, Gunther retains. Again,
I really wanted Damian Priest to win.
I wanted Priest to get it, but I was like,
I don't care for Gunther. I have never cared for Gunther. I never have cared for Gunther.
I was like, they're going to have Gunther retain it. And I kind of figured that. So I really did not look to see any titles changing hands at all last night.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get to the Women's United States Championship tournament match.
First ever.
Right. Michelin and Chelsea Green.
Oh, fuck. Those both, I'd tear both those bitches. Although this is a match of Piper Nivens. Oh, man.
You want Piper Nivens?
Oh, fucking right, man. I liked her ever since she first come out, man. I'd like to get my head in that.
Now, Piper Niven did get a little bit of interference into that match, which helped Chelsea Green go over the top and get and become the inaugural Women's United States champion.
Yeah.
I really wish Michelin would have got it.
I don't know.
I mean, I know she's relatively new, but it's the drive, the tenacity. She reminds me a lot of Becky Lynch early.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, and I'm a huge Becky Lynch fan. Like, yeah, I mean, if Becky came back right now, I'd be like, Becky's got to get a run for the belt. But come back in that. And when she was doing the big time Bex thing, I'm like, this is not Becky. It don't fit.
Right.
When she's out there as the man, oh, hell yeah, game on. I love watching her and her bullshit with that. She'll feed anybody a line of shit and then shove her fist up their ass.
Ooh.
She'll turn somebody into a puppet.
Did I hear butt stuff?
Yeah, kind of butt stuff. So that brings us down to our final match of the night. Not Dominic Mysterio. Goddamn. WWE Championship match. Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes. First bit, they teased it. We all kind of thought it was going to happen. Cody comes in with the Winged Eagle belt.
Yeah.
Has not been seen since the 90s because it was retired.
Oh, wow.
Got it for one night, and that was last night. This was the only match all night that ended on a note of some controversy. Because Owens knocked out inadvertently knocked the ref out twice.
Mm-hmm. Two different ones.
And then tries to pin Cody with no ref. And legit, yeah, had him pinned. But with no ref to count it, it's not official.
Right.
The match continues. Then Kevin Owens brings in a steel chair. Cody avoids getting hit with it, but lands crossroads using the steel chair.
Mm-hmm.
And plants Kevin Owens' head right into the chair. Then shoves the chair out of the ring, wakes up an official. The official counts from outside the ring, which I have seen. There are a lot of people going, well, does it really count? Yes, it counts.
He hit the mat. He hit the mat.
He hit the mat. He counted 3. Cody retains. Controversial ending. Because, and the reason being is the good guy just won in a not good guy way.
Right.
So you're sitting there like, okay, Cody kept it. I do want to see Cody carry it to WrestleMania. I've said that. I'd like to see him get a solid year before he drops the belt. The last 2 years have been stellar for Cody Rhodes.
Yep.
But he won it. He's a good guy. The quintessential baby face from hell. The best good guy that's been there for years and won it in a bad guy way. And the only thing I could say is Kevin Owens kept saying you were more interesting as Stardust. Well, Stardust, and Steve will back me up on this, Stardust was a bad guy.
Right.
Okay. Do we honestly think that Cody Rhodes could turn heel? Could he pull that off?
Steve, your opinion, and I'll give mine.
Wow. Could he? He could pull it off, yeah. Will he? Boy, I don't know. I don't like Kevin Owens as a heel. I liked Kevin Owens before. I don't like him being a heel. It's like I didn't care for Roman Reigns when he was a heel. And when he's not a heel, I like Roman Reigns. I think Cody Rhodes could turn Stardust.
It's all according to the script.
I gotta say that I think they could do it, but it's gonna get. It's like when they did it with Becky Lynch. It's gonna get some very severe backlash.
Yeah. You're gonna lose. You're
gonna lose a very big chunk of core audience by doing it wrong.
Yeah, you're gonna lose a lot of little kids, a lot of kids.
Yeah,
a lot of kids. Yeah,
because Cody Rhodes has been a mainstay at babyface.
Yes,
for quite a while.
Yeah,
but there are people who go through their careers and they stay there. A good classic example is John Cena.
Yep,
John Cena.
I like John Cena.
John Cena started with the Doctor of Thugonomics.
Yeah.
That was the only time he was a heel.
He had his minor heel role there, but then even as the Doctor of Thugonomics, he still did the face turn and never turned back and made a great career on it.
Yeah.
There are other people who are great flip-flopping. As much as Steve hates this guy, CM Punk is fantastic at the flip-flop because he's never up like that full-on, oh, I love you guys. Let me come out and give you all free hand jobs. Baby face,
Sorry.
Right. Punk is a baby face in the form of like the anti-hero, which the anti-hero has always been the one I've endeared to a little more. CM Punk, Stone Cold Steve Austin,
Shawn
Michaels, Triple H. Oh, God, DX together, fucking with Vince McMahon. Yes, some of my favorite times. It's not a chicken, it's a cock. We heard you love cock. Why don't you go choke your little chicken?
Who were the Rockers? Marty Jannetty and who?
It was Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels.
So, like I said, you had this win that was in a bad guy fashion by the good guy. They're off. They go off the air.
Yeah.
You think, okay, I'm going to have to process this. I don't know if that's going to work, right? 15 minutes later, my YouTube dings at me.
Yeah, my TikTok did.
You have a video from WWE. So I bring up the video. Bring up the video on YouTube. The video I've got is Kevin Owens with the belt leaving the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't have that's the first one. I saw the Triple H video first. Triple H comes out, knocks the belt out of Owens' hand, gets in his face, and they start shoving each other.
Yep.
This is the first time that Triple H has gotten physical with anyone since his heart attack. And what was it, Steve? 2020?
Yeah.
So are we thinking Triple H may get into the ring again?
Triple H's doctor has warned him very much against that.
Okay.
That's why he fights so hard to be the boardroom guy now.
Right.
Okay.
But he comes out from Gorilla, knocks the belt out of Owens' hand. Of course, at this point, I'm still like, what the hell is going on? Right. So I finally get to the terminal. I start digging on YouTube and everywhere I can to figure out what the hell happened. This whole thing between Cody and Kevin Owens really got embroiled if you guys remember a few weeks back when Kevin Owens hit Randy Orton with pile driver.
Yep.
Yeah. An illegal move, right?
Yeah.
Very illegal. It's killed people.
Yeah, you gotta be careful about not dying.
Randy is currently in the hospital with a broken neck.
Ooh.
Because of that.
Orton, you said?
Yeah. So I finally get this next video and I watch it. And it's now this one's on WWE official. It's a WWE exclusive. It's the actual quality of the TV, and I bring it up. And Owens was leaving, then turned around when Cody started to talk to the crowd and celebrate the win, and comes back from behind and attacks Cody, rolls Cody up and hits him with the package pile driver.
Yeah.
So they get Cody on the stretcher and they're getting ready to pull him out. Owens grabs the belt, the Winged Eagle belt, and it goes and stands on Cody's chest while he's on the stretcher holding up the belt.
Sorry. That's just a ridiculous thought. Like, you're on a stretcher and you're like holding the leg.
And they, because of the package pile driver, Cody was hauled out.
Yeah.
This is the second time in a month's time frame that Kevin Owens, because he was mad, used an illegal move on somebody.
Yep.
And you could tell Nick Aldis and Triple H both were infuriated.
Oh, yeah.
They were infuriated on this.
Triple H most, man, he was pissed.
Like I said, Triple H has not gotten physical with anybody since his heart attack.
It's just shit.
No, I don't think Triple H shit.
No, I don't think Triple H did shit at all.
I just farted.
So, literally, the Saturday night main event, the production itself, I'm like, very vanilla.
Yeah.
Not what I expected. I was actually pretty pissed off because out of an hour and a half or 2 hour broadcast, I got an hour of, we'll be back soon. We'll be back soon. Fuck your we'll be back soon and your industrial synthesizers, assholes.
That's fucking.
But what the most interesting part of the night actually happened after it went off the air.
All right, yeah. Yeah.
So,
I don't know, huh?
Steve, what are your thoughts on it?
I liked it. I mean, I was glad because I don't have regular channels, so I don't get to see stuff that's on pay-per-view and stuff. But Netflix is going to start carrying WWE, so that's going to be great. So,
And that's coming up.
Yeah, but I still, boy, there's still a few matches. Back in the day, you could really tell their actors, or you couldn't tell their actors anymore. But boy, they're just, especially the women. I mean, I'm not trying to out-dock the women, but in that women's match between, the second women's match, Michelin and Chelsea, yeah, the timing was definitely off.
Yes,
on a couple of them, And I thought, well, that looks like shit. That just, the timing was off on several moves, and you guys could have done without this match. But other than that, it was good. I enjoyed it. I love watching wrestling. So,
well, I got a feeling now, as we discuss this, Steve brought up a great point. January 6th.
Yeah.
Raw goes to Netflix, which I can't wait. I'm looking forward to that. All right.
I hope they can handle it. God damn it.
Well, I mean, the thing that a lot of people don't get is, like, with a lot of these sporting events, they've got to produce it and do all the work. With WWE, all it is for Netflix is plug and play.
Good.
WWE's been doing their own production work and everything for over 40 years. Plug and play. That's it. As long as they can keep the platform up and running where it doesn't buffer all night.
Yeah.
Which I think they can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think it'll work out. Nothing is going to change when it goes to Netflix, so it'll stay family friendly, no swearing or rated R stuff. That's from Tom. I think he's right.
That's fine. That's fine.
And I'm okay with that. What I'm looking at more now is if you look at the SmackDown roster, you have two major storylines that are going that are tied together, but they're not.
Right.
You've got one, the Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, Randy Orton.
Yep.
Number two is the Bloodline. What is one of the first headline matches on January 6th? Tribal Combat.
Is that what it is? All right.
We're finally going to get Solo versus Roman 1-on-1.
Oh, well.
Please tell me it's going to be in like a steel cage or something to keep all the others out.
Well, I mean, I don't know if CM Punk might jump in and help him out again, but he's going to be like, now, that's 2 favors.
So are you still going to get the, like if you're watching it on Netflix, are you still going to get the commentators?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's still going to be just like watching it on regular TV.
Okay, because that actually, I mean, if you've ever gone to an actual wrestling WWE match, that commentary you get on TV makes a big, big difference.
Oh, yeah, the commentary makes it a lot of fun. And we will have commentary that night, the dream team of Michael Cole and Pat McAfee.
Oh.
Which I love. I'll tell you what, there's only 2 together that I like more than Michael Cole and Pat McAfee. And that goes back to my roots where I'm sitting here and I'm saying, look, Jerry the King Lawler and Jim Ross together they're the GOAT.
That's what I was just thinking, man. No one will beat Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross.
They were the GOAT, but running a very, very close second is Pat McAfee and Michael Cole.
Yeah.
And then Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler had Gene, what was his name?
Gene Okerman.
Gene Okerman.
Mean. Woo! Gene.
I couldn't believe I fucking thought Jimmy the Heart was dead, but he's not. He got inducted into WWE Hall of Fame.
Oh, there you go. Fat 420 says Joey Styles and Joel Gertner was a classic in ECW too. He's right.
Oh my God.
But you get what I'm saying is like, and I go back to one in particular, and that was, in what Jey Uso was making an entrance. And it was Pat McAfee and Michael Cole calling the match, right? And McAfee's up on the announce desk, yeeting along with the crowd. He goes, "Come on, Michael, I'm up here yeeting. Come on, yeet with me. Let's yeet." And Michael goes, "Just don't yeet on me." And I fucking died because those two, they got their comedic timing. They know how to compliment each other. It is very, very close to Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross.
Yeah.
It's so enjoyable. So to have those two on the mic that night. And here's what's even funnier about it. This is something I don't know if anybody else has caught. It's January 6th.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
They are putting Raw the year Trump is getting inaugurated back into office. They're putting Raw on Netflix on January 6th, 4 years later.
Way
to
new
go,
Will Trent comes out that day too, I believe.
Huh?
The new Will Trent comes out that day, I believe, too.
Oh, really?
All I know is I'm sitting there like, January 6th, you dipshits. So I wonder if the president's going to say it can't go on Netflix and ask Congress to block Raw going to Netflix now.
He ain't going to do that. He likes wrestling.
Joe Biden?
Donald Trump.
Joe is still president until
that's right. Yeah, he's been handing out pardons like they're fucking going out to trick-or-treaters.
Well, I sent a letter to Joe asking for Steve to get a pardon.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I did.
A pardon from all the felonies he's committed, but not been what's the word?
Convicted or accused
all
of.
past and present, whether accused or not. Please just give him that pardon effective as its date all the way back.
This is why Steve is the way he is. Too much enabling.
And clemency from prosecution.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm waiting to see if he responds. I mean, he might go, fuck, no.
Wait a minute. Steve, you mean Steve the Stain? Steve. That's Steve? No,
Yeah.
I can't do that. That's too much.
But the Stain's got a partner now. And did you guys see that Jay-Z is now implicated in all of this?
Uh-oh. Steve's trying to keep it on the down low.
Oh, Jay-Z, you mean like Beyonce's husband, right?
Yeah, in the whole Diddy thing.
I'm not surprised because I think it involved their daughter.
What Jay-Z was banging his own daughter?
I don't think that, but I think there was something I read a little while ago about Beyonce's daughter that is his and being around those people. I'm not exactly sure what the details were, but I just remember being like,
from the article that
Jay-Z's involved.
From the article that I read, Jay-Z was very involved. Like bottom end naked involved. He was
him, Jennifer Lopez, and Usher.
Yeah.
But that
makes you wonder what happened to Bieber during those times.
I thought it was
you know what? It's actually started to make me feel a little bit bad for Justin Bieber because they exploited him as a kid.
Hell yeah. Yeah, but
see, I thought you said Beaver, not Bieber. I was like, oh, they should Bieber. Everybody likes eating shaved beaver.
So sorry, that's my new porn name, Justin Bieber.
Look at Michael Jackson's kids. They exploited him. They're still exploiting him. He's been dead.
We all remember
10 years.
We all remember Blanket, right?
Yeah.
Blanket.
I mean, but like I said, man, it's just this whole thing with Diddy and now Jay-Z, and I mean, it's just stirring up and up and up and up more and more and more. And I'm going, it's the Me Too movement all over again. Everybody's going, hell yeah.
It happens. It happens, man. Beaver does stink, man. I don't know. We used to have to trap them on a golf course, and they stink like crazy.
What?
I bet those. You think about it. It's like I remember that fucking movie. Any Given Sunday, when they had the party. When they had the party, they fucking these pros. They don't have no little party. They got they're smoking court. They're smoking court off bitches' asses and.
They're snorting corn.
Smoking
corn. Is that what that baby oil's made out of? It's a corn lubricant.
Corn starch, yeah.
Or you mean they're snorting coke?
You get a bunch of them. You get going.
I prefer to snort Pepsi.
Drugs flowing. Oh shit,
dude! Golf. People sit there and look at golf, and they're like, oh, that's an old man's game where you have to wear funny pants. Bullshit.
Bullshit.
A lot of younger people have been playing golf since Tiger came out.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's a drinking game. I don't give a damn what anybody says.
But
Right.
yeah, drinking and I prefer to smoke weed, but a lot of guys smoke cigars.
I know a lot of guys that smoke weed out on the golf course.
Oh, I've been done a lot of it too. Now, back
Gotta
in
love
the
my
day,
cigars.
everybody was smoking a big old cigar. You always had to have cigar and beer.
Like there's a friend of mine that we get onto definitely a drinking game. Thank you, Courtney.
Well,
there's
because
a friend of
there's
mine and there's a friend of mine. We get into the first tee box, and the first thing he does, he sets his driver against his leg for a second, lights his fucking joint, has it in his mouth, pink, tees off.
You know why there's 18 holes in a golf course?
Because you're never going to get that many in your life because you're married.
18 shots in a fifth.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Depends on who's pouring.
Oh,
Yeah, that's true too.
I mean, there was a bartender that I used to have that the way she poured, there was 9 shots in a fifth.
Oh,
Very
damn.
heavy. Very heavy pour.
Very heavy.
Or you get those bartenders that you'll get 30 shots out of a fifth. Like, come on, that ain't a fucking shot.
Dude, I get one of those. I leave. I'm like,
yeah, or it's very watered down.
Oh, no.
So, I actually went through this training for Top Fuel Saloon.
You actually listened?
You had to pour into a glass, and then they take that glass and they pour it into a shot glass. And if it's not a perfect shot,
I've seen that before. I've seen that before.
Somehow, somehow I can pour a perfect shot.
Practice makes perfect.
Exactly.
So what does everybody here practice the most? Fifth of whiskey, which is a standard bottle size, contains approximately 16 to 17 shots based on a standard shot size of 1.5 ounces.
Okay. There's only 18 holes on a golf course.
Back when golf was created, measurements were a little bit different.
That's true. That's true.
Like I said, that one bartender I had, 8 to 9 shots in a fifth. Those drinks were pretty heavy-handed.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm just kind of curious. Like, Irene, what have you practiced the most in your life?
Breathing.
Breathing.
Second to blowjobs.
Oh. I'm going to let Steve reboot himself here. Yeah, Chris, what have you practiced most in your life?
I do like to practice guitar.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know if that's what I practice most in my life, but I've been practicing for 20 plus years, and I still suck. Maybe I should practice a little more.
Adam, what is it that you practice most in your life?
I think by this point it's been muff diving.
Hey, Mike, that is not easy. I mean, you got to be really low profile and really discreet, which is not easy for Steve.
No. Oh,
Practicing to this day.
Yeah, I think I've definitely practiced some sex techniques a lot, but not recently.
I practice masturbating.
And Steve speaks again after hearing.
Well, that was my initial answer, but anymore, it's not even practice. It's just part of my routine.
Dude, I practice because I haven't had it in so long. I don't know if I'm getting better or worse.
Didn't say he was good at it.
Seems to last a long time. Seems to take a while.
So you're taking a while to pleasure yourself.
Reach your dick.
Yeah. Well, I gotta find the right video on Pornhub and everything else.
That sounds like too much work.
Well, because I don't necessarily have to have the visualization. I need the noise. I need to have a woman in the background.
So, Steve, that sounds to me like you're just used to watching other people get it on.
Irene, I think you're gonna be getting an email for a plane ticket soon.
Yeah, Fat 420 is ready to buy you a plane ticket to fly to Illinois so you can practice on him.
Oh, that's who that is.
I'll go half Fat 420. I'll go half if I can have one day with her. I just need one day. That's all.
My mouth.
Everybody loves your mouth, Irene.
Well, can I say Steve don't even need one day. He needs like 1 minute.
Yeah, I don't even need 4 hours. 1 minute.
Hey, you know what? If you give him a few hours though, he'll make you a sketchy cake.
Yeah.
I would pay to watch Steven make a cake.
Really? You would pay to watch Steve bake a cake?
Or do anything, like actually do it. I want to watch him, like how he moves and like.
So not like what we get on Cooking the Pores.
Well, I mean that's good. But I want to see him.
She wants cameras set up so she can actually see Steve moving around the kitchen and where he's going and what he's doing. I
would love to see like a full-on studio setup in Steve's kitchen for him.
Yeah.
I really would.
Yeah.
Like some kitchen nightmares shit.
Of course, everybody
kitchen's right there.
I mean, everybody that'd be watching would be yelling, "Don't grab that butter knife!"
Oh no!
See, I can't make videos like that because my videos would just consist of everything you should not do training video.
Nice. Call it what not to do.
I don't want to. This story, I want to wait a little while before telling this story, but needless to say that I will never eat at Steve's based on this story.
Like in my training video, a pallet makes a really good step ladder.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Huh? Are you talking about like flipping it up and like sideways?
Yep. Really good step ladder.
But I will not eat at Steve's based on this one thing. And I'm just like, no. I would throw Steve, if you had done that in my house, I would have thrown all of my silverware out and started with new.
Ooh. Now, are you talking about when he used a spoon to pull a turd out of his butt?
It was knife.
It was a knife.
Tell them the rest, you guys.
I think we heard this story a couple weeks ago, but do tell again.
I had some constipation problems, and I found that if you just break the seal, and I did that with a butter knife, not a sharp butter knife, grant you, just a butter knife. Insert it in your rectum and try to scoop the poop out, and it helps loosen it up and float it all out. I have not had to use it in quite a while now, thank the Lord. I have washed it with soap and I let it soak in bleach, but it is in my silverware drawer right now.
So you got a poop spoon sitting in the drawer, hanging out with the rest of the spoons.
Poop knife.
Yeah. Like a putty knife.
Yeah. Poop knife.
The butter
brown
knife.
Putty. Butter.
I washed it with antibacterial soap on several occasions. It's been I always
wonder why your butter tastes so shitty.
I always like to sterilize my dishes, so I always have a sink of hot bleach water that after I wash it, that I dip it in there. That's just something I learned working in food stores, food places like McDonald's.
I'm sorry, that knife would have ended up in the garbage about 30 seconds after it came out of your butthole.
Yeah, no shit.
Well,
shit was involved with that, but
Yeah.
don't be honest with you. I use plastic because I hate washing silverware.
Wait,
All the more reason to pitch it.
No,
but I can't use a plastic knife because a plastic knife will break off.
I was gonna say, yeah, no way you used a plastic knife and you didn't break off a piece. Or plastic butter knives are actually sharper than metal butter knives.
Yeah, okay, yeah. This is like a Dollar Tree butter knife.
You weren't worried about like cutting your butthole,
perforating your anus.
I was thinking more like,
never mind.
They're along the
right. That's where I'm at.
Well, you know how you have prey dog. I wanted to come out of my butt, and I couldn't push anymore. I could only think one way. I had to somehow break that seal, or there was something plugging the bottom hole, but it worked. And then I've never had a problem since then.
You couldn't use your gooch blaster to give you an enema?
I tried that. It just broke off a little bit, and there was more. The rest of it, I've tried to hold the gooch blaster up in it.
Landslide effect.
Exactly. You know, like when they go in and like when I see them doing goals where they wash off all over with this big powerful hose.
Well, Steve, I have another idea for you when you get constipated, and this is one I've heard about. Never tried it myself, but I've heard about this. Matter of fact, the last one to tell me about this happens to be on the show. And I'm not going to mention any names on who would tell me about this idea. And I'm not going to single anybody out because that's wrong. But this person brought this idea to my attention. And that the next time you're constipated, what you need to do is find a individual that is male, very well endowed, and just, have him pound you in the butt.
Butt stuff.
Problem is, I don't want it pushed back up in there.
Irene, does it get pushed back in there if you're constipated, or does it just?
No, it'll just loosen it up, and then it'll come out like wet blood.
Really?
You might end up pooping on him.
Yeah.
Get the shit dick.
It's a new mask for your dick to make it look younger. The poo surrounds it and rejuvenates it.
That just sounds like a new way to get an infection in bad places.
You might wind up with some poop soup on the guy that's there with you, coming out of you.
Mr. Muff Diver, you've never done butt stuff?
What?
Mr. Muff Diver up here's never done butt stuff?
I have never taken butt stuff. I have done.
All right, so you've never been the catcher, but you've been the pitcher when it comes to the butt stuff.
Exactly.
Who would be willing to be a catcher for butt stuff? Well, we knew Irene would be, but Steve's like me.
I'm pointing to Steve.
Steve's raising his hand. So, Steve, you'd be willing to take it?
His masturbation is actually through his ass.
I think everybody in the second row would. I mean, they're on the bottom for a reason.
Exactly. Well, yeah, we talked about this on another show, and I still haven't found anybody to do it. I think I want to try the fudge sickle.
What?
The fudge? He wants to eat some frozen poop.
Stick a frozen.
Is that what you did?
Stick a fudge sickle up your butt.
Now I don't want to fudge sickle. Dude, damn it. I like fudge sickles, and now it's ruined.
You know the single ones, not the double ones, the single ones.
Say,
son of a bitch.
Those are the best ones.
Do you want Bill Cosby to bring over that pudding pop for you?
Exactly, pudding pop.
I want a fucking dreamsicle now.
I never could find anybody to do it.
I want an orange dreamsicle now after that. Damn it.
Oh.
A bomb pop was never the same after I watched Little Susie eat one on a summer day.
Once we all hit puberty, there was nothing ever the same.
Right.
It's like that.
Like I
that
said,
reminds
I
me-
saw Irene and her putting that lifesavers in her mouth, and I'm trying to keep from commenting on it, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh god damn.
I wish I was that lifesaver.
A mouth hug would be great right now. Damn it. Cause dude, that's one of my favorite. Like I love it when they do the lifesavers or the mints or something, and then it's orally satisfy you, and you're like, oh.
And it's like tingly,
Yeah.
like sage and rosemary. Or
Like I'll
mint
do
and
the same
rosemary.
thing, and I'll go down and I'll start sucking on a clit. You know, that's fun. Because then you get the tingly, and it's all, oh shit.
TJ, next thing you're going to tell me is you want to try it with Pop Rocks.
That would be fun.
I would spit
done that,
pop.
Irene?
Yeah, I'd do some Pop Rocks.
No, when she puts
These are
Pop
rock.
Rocks in her mouth, and
I was
then
going to put Pop Rocks in my mouth and then go down on her.
I guess that would work too.
Get
Except
two
for I
bags
would-
of Pop Rocks and have a 69.
Except for
There
you
except
go.
for with her, I wouldn't put the Pop Rocks in my mouth. I'd put Pop Rocks on her and then just lick them off.
Oh,
Not a bad idea.
Do a line off of Irene? Is that what you're saying, Chris?
Why not?
I think you meant in general.
Are you going to put
But,
the
you know-
line on her? Are you going to put the line on her ass and lick it off and then go down on her?
Oh,
Wherever she would
yeah.
want it.
All right, so I've got to ask, and Irene, you look fantastic today.
Thank you.
Yes,
she
you
does.
do.
She does.
So, how many days? Where are we at?
Hold on, I have to look it up. I had an app, but then I
Like
looked it up.
300.
Oh,
See, I know we got to be close to the year mark.
in
Yeah.
February it'll be a year.
Okay. So we're only like 60 days off a year. So like 305.
313.
All right,
wow. Damn.
Awesome.
Yep.
there we
Getting
go.
close.
Irene, 313 days silver. Now I gotta. Now that we're way past, like when you were really down the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I gotta know. Did that improve your sex drive, or has it dialed it back? Like, are you hornier now, or were you hornier then?
That's a good
Might-
question.
Might be just for different things if you think about it. Less
Yeah.
picky.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Less picky.
I'm on a lot of medication right now, so like for my head, and so a
Yeah.
lot of times I'll mess with that, but I still get pretty horny regularly. So
So there you go. So you're kind of taking a break from everything, just relaxing. Now, and I know it's been a roller coaster. Like you and I have talked through this,
yeah,
and I try to keep up with you. I know it ain't been easy, but you know, now you've been in and out of the hospital a few times, and I'd say we're at the other end of the tunnel now, because you know, you're a lot happier,
that yeah. Mhm.
and I honestly, I gotta say, I think you're more horny because you're more vocal about it now.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. She definitely shows it. When she shows up on the show looking like this, I mean, I'm sorry, Irene. But damn, you were gorgeous tonight. I've
Thank
seen you
you.
look a lot of ways, but you are woo.
Steve's leaving different colored stains under his desk other than brown.
Opaque.
He's
And
leaving
Irene's
some
like, okay, I gotta
off-white
go now.
eggshell.
I'm sitting here, she's talking about blowjobs, and I'm imagining her hair rubbing against my belly. I'm like, oh God, Steve, stop.
He's leaving his unborn children on the floor under his desk.
Exactly.
Good
I don't even, and I got my hands right here. I don't even need my hand. I'm like, God damn.
I never ever thought that Steve could say something where I'm like, actually, no, I take that back. Like every time I think Steve cannot shock me, Like, I've heard everything. I expect it. I've heard everything. He'll find that next level.
Just,
There's always.
just, I mean, usually she always has her hair pulled back, in a ponytail or something. You don't see it. She's got it all down and nice, and I love the hairstyle on you.
Thanks.
No, and I mean, I've said since, I met Irene, and Irene's a gorgeous woman, but I'm telling you what, like we could see it. We could see that you're getting more active. You're enjoying time with the kids. You're obviously slimming down again.
Oh yeah,
I can see that in your face, like big time.
Yeah.
And you just look a lot happier since, you hung up the drinking gloves.
Yeah, for real. It definitely is like a lot better to be on this side of it. And even past the physical therapy part, like where I couldn't move and stuff with the neuropathy. I feel like I've made like some large improvements. And this next coming year, my goal, like to push with that, is to like be able to run again. Like even if I have to run with it feeling weird, but to learn to run with what I'm dealing with, how I'm at, like trying to meet me there. And so that's like one of my goals for this coming year.
And then come visit me, right?
Not
Awesome.
that I hate it, but you might need to get a breast reduction.
Shut your mouth, Steve.
I know, but if she wants
you
to
said
run,
that, you've literally got every other guy looking at you going, shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying, if she wants to run, those are going to be the only problem with her running. I mean, I don't see anything.
Irene, you're going to have to get a good high impact sports bra. That there,
did you see?
Steve, you should not recommend her a breast reduction. You should offer to help support her in any way you can.
I'll support her. If it helps to suck on or make them smaller, I'll be more than happy.
Or get a Ronda Rousey style sports bra. That'll hold them.
I'll step up to the plate, and somebody needs to suck on them and whatever. But did you see that? I called it the second time I watched it. That Chelsea Green match at the end when she raised her arms, her fucking titty fell out.
I saw it.
Yeah, did you?
I did.
She put her arm down. She put her arm down.
Did it out, or did you see it?
Well, not the whole thing. Almost. It fell out.
You got about half the nipple. That's how far it fell out.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh hell! I didn't expect it to be that light.
Wow, that's I missed that the first time around.
Was it like Janet Jackson where you actually got to see the titty, or were they quick to like put the little blur over it?
You could see it.
Oh, you saw it. But I mean, it wasn't full on like Janet Jackson style where the whole titty came out. You got about half of it. You're like, okay, well, at least I can imagine from there.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think Janet already had her boobie out. He just ripped off the pasty.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, everybody wanted to see Janet's boobs back then.
Every man in America won that night.
What are you shaking your head for, Steve? Are you saying no, you didn't want to see Janet's boobs?
No, not really.
What about Cher's?
No.
No?
Cher, yeah, maybe.
How about Elvira?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Now you're talking about some rack there.
That was like the rack to end all racks back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like when you saw Elvira, it was like, God damn.
You see, now for the next Halloween show, we just need to get Irene to dress up like Elvira.
I feel like
I bet she could. She get a long black.
TJ, do we have that in the budget to get Irene to look like that for the next Halloween show?
Well, I'll tell you what. Let me get a couple things taken care of, and maybe.
If Irene dresses up like Elvira, I will dress up as Svengoolie.
I was thinking,
like a short, compact version of Elvira. Elvira's always tall, right?
Yeah, Elvira was tall and very stacked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what, the one that blew me away, like we were talking about Wednesday a couple weeks ago, and that was Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia Addams. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I would still like to leave my babies inside of Catherine Zeta-Jones and make her forget her name.
Apparently, so would Steve.
Now, another one I wanted to bring up is, speaking of TV and everything, everybody knows that I am a huge fan of Dexter. Like, Dexter is one of my favorite series. The New Blood, the spinoff, the sequel series that they did that was limited. I was very upset at the end of that. Like, oh man, now Dexter's dead. This was not the right way to kill him. Yesterday.
Well, now you have Original Sin.
Yesterday was the premiere for Original Sin, and they showed at the very beginning Dexter's kid, Harrison, is a really crappy shot with a rifle because Dexter survives.
Nice.
And it's going over how Dexter wound up in Miami Metro. And guess who his boss is in Original Sin? Another little 90s hottie.
Elizabeth Shue.
Sarah Michelle Gellar. Buffy.
I've got something she could buff.
Me too.
So does Irene. Damn it. I was just getting ready to say it.
Who doesn't love Buffy?
I would like to see her buff both of us, Irene, at the same time.
I'd like to see Sarah Michelle Gellar buff Irene and Adam not be in the picture.
Yeah, I'm sure you would happily take my place, though, TJ.
I'd rather just be running the camera and getting the money out of it.
Oh yeah.
I don't need the money. I would just love the experience.
I would. When I get my new studio set up, if I could arrange that where it's Irene and Sarah Michelle Gellar, I mean, I'm cutting, Sarah Michelle in for 40%, Irene's getting 40%, and I'm getting 20% for producing.
It's fair.
But I'm sure if given the option, you would give them both 100%. Maybe not of the monetary.
That's not math.
So.
See, there you go. Irene's like, nope, that's not math that works. No, thank you. I told you guys, I am not a desirable person. Like, even Irene's sitting here going, no, I wouldn't sleep with you.
He was saying you give both people 100%, and that would make 200%, which doesn't make sense.
100% of me is what he was implying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no, Steve's like, I'm thinking about that. That could be fun.
I was thinking about like a scary movie, like where like the people crawl inside of other people and like take over their bodies, almost like pod people type shit,
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm not
100% of you become them, and now you have their body, but your mind. Yeah.
If I had my mind and the body of Sarah Michelle Gellar, goddamn,
that could get very disturbing.
That could get scary.
You would not leave the house.
Probably not.
Like,
these really feel good,
Maybe after 3 weeks, you might leave the house.
Well, you're giving me credit. Steve's like, hey.
Even Julie commented on Irene today. She said that you're a very pretty girl today.
Yeah.
Thank you,
and yeah, she made some other comments that I'll refrain from saying live on air.
You can slide them in my DMs.
Like I said, when Irene says, yeah, I'll definitely fly her out here to visit. But it would probably wind up being like, all right, here's the area I live in. Now let's take the coach and run down to the coast.
Oh,
I've never been to the Texas coast.
You've never been down to the Texas Gulf Coast? Oh, man.
Only Florida Gulf Coast.
I have such a ball down on the coast. I really do.
And so would Irene if you took her.
How close?
Yeah, probably not mine, but hey.
And I'm supposed
to go to San Antonio.
Huh?
Next month,
How close are you to San Antonio?
About an hour and a half.
You know, WWE is going to be there the 26th January.
I'm well aware. I'm well aware for another, and they've got I'm actually looking into maybe getting tickets to the next Saturday night main event. That's going to be down
there.
So is Steve going to get some plane tickets so you guys can do commentary off to the side?
Yeah, right.
Mayhem?
Yeah, we don't they don't have a plane big enough. I'd have to fly cargo out of the military base.
Like a military base? Is that what you said?
I think I still have some friends that are over there. I still have some friends that are in the Air National Guard up in Peoria. I think maybe they could get you on a C-130.
There you go. They just pushed me out when I get over Texas. I'll parachute in.
My dad's retired Air Force. He can sneak you on base, and I'm sure he can figure something out.
That C-130 goes about as fast
as the airplanes.
The thing about the C-130 is it flies about as fast as the speed of smell.
You don't need to sneak onto base. Anyone can go onto a military base.
Certain ones, yes. Certain ones, no.
You used to have an ID card, or if you were going with someone, you could
I've been to both Fort Knox and Fort Campbell.
Okay, good for you. So have I.
But I didn't serve. They'll let you on the base.
I mean, like I said, I know there are certain places that no, you will not get on base.
I think it matters what's going on too, because they have different levels of security.
Right.
So it'll depend on what's going on. Right after 9/11, of course, hardly
everything was shut down. But I know that White Sands Missile Range and Holloman Air Force Base, Chris cannot go on, but I can.
No civilian can go on those.
Say I can go on to White Sands, and I can go on to Holloman, and I've had to sneak out of Holloman without my pants.
What were you doing there?
I forget her name, but
the most extreme version of the Walk of Shame.
Yeah, I forget her name, but I do remember that she threw my pants into a garbage disposal.
Oh,
and I'm like, I need those, and she goes, "No, you don't. You're staying here." Fuck, no, I'm not.
She was really interested in TJ's rocket.
Dude, she was trying to keep me as a pet. I'm like, no, I'm out of here.
If she only knew Steve would have been game for that.
Steve would have been perfect for her. I'd have been happy. I would have been happy to let her, give Steve to her. Ray would have been mad at me because she wouldn't have let Steve broadcast.
Oh well.
Robin will.
Actually,
sort of.
One of the scariest experiences of my life, and I literally thought I was going to disappear, happened around a military base.
Oh.
Area 51 or whatever?
So this was back before GPS and Google Maps and stuff. So we
I heard the story, so give me a second.
We went to Rachel, Nevada, and pointed a compass west. Shortly thereafter, all of a sudden, we had two SUVs roll up on us and a Black Hawk helicopter up in the air, telling us that we were in an area we did not need to be in. They had a million questions of why were we there, what were we doing, what our intentions were, and several other things. And then finally, they says, "Well, you just need to turn around and go back the way you came from." And I felt it was in my best interest, so that's what I did.
Probably a good idea.
I guess I was.
I can't leave.
I guess I was within 5 miles of Area 51.
Oh,
military prison. I imagine military prison is much worse than regular. Wait, I don't know.
Leavenworth's a military prison.
Hmm.
I've heard some shitty stories about that.
Really?
Shitty stories about what?
Leavenworth.
Yeah, where they make people turn little rocks into big rocks.
Big rocks into little rocks.
No,
okay.
little rocks into big rocks. They've made it worse.
Oh, they made it worse. Actually,
like asking the girl to spin the hay into.
That's like asking the girl to reform her hymen. Yeah.
Actually, one of my favorite prison movies has Robert Redford, James Gandolfini, and it's called The Last Castle. And it's about Robert Redford is a 4-star general that gets sent to a military prison.
Oh,
there are multiple prisons. The United States Disciplinary Barracks at Fort Leavenworth, Kansas is the most well-known. What a lot of people don't realize is Mannheim Correctional Facility in Germany. Gitmo is actually a military prison.
Yep.
Guantanamo Bay. I believe there is a detention center on White Sands, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I mean,
and there's also one at Quantico.
There's one at Quantico, and then there Groton Brig.
But now Guantanamo Bay is not what you think it is on TV. You know, like there is a prison, there is a maximum security prison section, there is a medium security prison section, and there is a minimum security prison section, and it is all within one section of Cuba that has the U.S. military controls that only section.
Yep. And the rest of Cuba, well, it don't belong to Castro no more, but
it's I believe they do have democracy there now, though.
I think they got democracy now. A lot of the sanctions have been lifted. Yeah, you are able to go into a cigar store now and get a Cuban cigar.
An actual Monte Cristo #1.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, that's one thing that a lot of people don't, like this younger generation. They absolutely blow my mind with this. They don't remember the Cuban trade embargo. They're like, what? Well, we could go to Cuba on vacation. I couldn't, motherfucker.
No. And
not unless you wanted shot.
Opinion, the Monte Cristo #1, it's not that great of a cigar. It was just the whole embargo and taboo factor behind it that made it what it was, but it's not a good cigar.
I'll tell you
what.
Not
a sandwich?
No, he's talking about the Monte Cristo cigar.
But there is a sandwich, right?
Yes, there is a sandwich.
I don't know about you, but I like the fucking sandwich, my brother.
Yeah, one of my favorites after the Reuben.
Yeah, the Reuben is probably my favorite.
But the cigar, just a cigar.
Reuben, what are you doing?
But no, the Cuban rum is really good.
Jamaica rum, Jamaica man.
Jamaica
rum. That they have perfected.
So now I've got to tell you guys about this, and I know that if this particular student is listening to the show right now, he's probably going to start talking shit in the chat room.
Uh-oh.
So I was talking to one of my former students the other day on the phone. No, it was last. God, the days are running together right now. It was last night I was talking to him, or yesterday morning, and he said he was driving through Oklahoma, and everybody that drives a truck, they get flashed. Most of us either see the girl, like, getting herself taken care of with the vibrator and the kitty, or we see the boobs. I've seen both. He got flashed, but not like that.
Oh.
He said
he got flashed by a guy that was probably 10 years older than Steve. And the guy's just driving down the road playing with his dong.
He got dong flashed.
Yeah.
Just
like,
cranking
motherfucker, old floppy dong, all flopping around. I'm like,
see, and I thought you were talking about headlights again, because earlier when I was talking about flashing the headlights, I actually had kind of a weird situation with that the other day. Because if you oncoming traffic, hit your bright twice, signals that there's a cop somewhere down the road.
Okay.
But if you flip them off and flip them on real quick, that means, hey, asshole, turn on your lights.
yeah.
Well, fucking, I did that, and some dude decided just to flip me off and be a dick about it. And I was like, well, fuck.
That's when you moon them on the interstate.
Did he throw a turd at you?
Nah, he fucking kept getting in front of me and just kept brake checking me. And I'm like, fuck you, dude.
Well, see, that's where you got to have Steve with you so he can throw the poop knife at him.
The poop knife.
Yeah, there you go.
We should sell that as merchandise. Poop knife, circa, like, you know, it's the original.
That's like Frank with his toe knife. Steve's got a poop knife.
Steve's also got a booger chair.
I take it you guys don't watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Not really, no.
No. Come on, Danny DeVito is funny as fuck in that shit.
Oh yeah, I've seen some.
So yeah, like I said, they launched Original Sin, and they did tie up. Did Dexter live? You finally find out. Yes, he did. Original Sin goes through how he became a serial killer, him starting at Miami Metro Homicide as a forensics investigator. Sarah Michelle Gellar looks fucking gorgeous in it. I think they got a lot of the right people to play a lot of the right different parts. Like the Asian kid that they've got playing Masuka with hair got the Masuka laugh down perfect. And it's like, if he's going to laugh, it better be the right laugh. You hear, it's Masuka's laugh.
You know, you mentioned the kid being a shitty shot because Dexter lived.
Yeah.
And you made me think I actually knew a guy that was trying to plead an attempted murder down to an assault with a deadly weapon. Simply stated, because if I was attempting to murder her, she'd be dead.
Well, I mean, I can think of people that I would be happy to shoot. I can think of people I would be happy. And I think I'd be doing the world a service.
I think we need to differentiate whether you're shooting her with a rifle or a gun. Because one is for hunting and one is for fun.
Well, now that you put it that way, I mean, if you want to go with both, I can figure out a lot. Like, okay, this one would be the gun and the paints, and then this one would be the rifle. You know, like I could do two different lists.
I also recently learned that not every state allows hunting with rifles.
That's true. Illinois would be one that does not.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Georgia does.
I think Georgia and Florida are rifle states. Texas, I know, is a rifle state.
Well, I've noticed, and this is one thing, you know, being a responsible firearm owner, I've had to research, and I've noticed that as long as I stay in the South, if you have a registered firearm and you're allowed to own it, you're free to carry it throughout the South. Once you start heading north, that's when you'll start having a problem. Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Florida, Texas,
New Mexico, Arizona.
Yeah.
But You know, like I said, that's been kind of the case when it comes to firearm laws. Yeah, the most restrictive are California, Illinois, New York.
California doesn't surprise me.
Well, neither does Illinois or New York.
You're gonna owe them $50,000 for trying to stop them.
As far as I'm concerned, they could be exploded off of the country and become an island.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be okay with that.
Well, I was born there.
Yeah. Well, at least
separate like Hawaii. I mean,
yeah, I'd agree with that. And Illinois wouldn't be so bad if it got rid of Chicago.
Oh God, here we fucking go with it. Here we go. We'll get rid of Chicago. Shit. Oh Lord, have mercy.
I think if Chicago wasn't there, Illinois would be like a completely red state.
The same with New York. Once you get out of New York City, the whole state. And I've had people up in New York tell me, if you're in New York City, it is a completely different environment than the rest of the state.
It is definitely.
Yep, I've been to New York City and I've been to Albany. Yeah. Albany is a completely different thing than New York City.
Oh, yeah, because I know people up in Albany and Rochester, just outside of Rochester, in these little small towns.
Yeah.
I know a guy that lived in Syracuse once.
Oh.
And I've been through Buffalo.
I've never been there, but I know people like in the city, and I know a couple of people like upstate is what they call it. Mm-hmm. Like everything else is upstate.
Everything outside of the city is considered upstate New York.
Yeah.
But no, I've been in the city plenty of times. I've been in upstate quite a bit. It's all got the same problem for me. It's all cold in the wintertime, and I just don't want the cold.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I'm here in one of my Harley t-shirts, and I'm just satisfied as a goddamn clam right now because I don't need to wear coats.
Well,
I'd like to satisfy a clam right now. That I'd have a lot of fun with that too.
I got on a t-shirt and a hoodie, and it feels like too much with the hoodie.
Well, I mean, it's 72 right now. Hello.
Hi.
Quote the Raven, nevermore.
No, I'm sitting in my garage. It's 46 outside. I don't have a heater. Yeah, I'm cold.
Yeah, see? That's what I ought to do. You know, while I'm up there, that's what I ought to do is I ought to find a way to order up, or maybe in January, I'll order online like a radiator space. Like I've got this electric oiled radiator space heater that I bought for inside the coach.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, man, that thing is phenomenal. We've had a couple of nights that are down in the 20s here. And those nights, I mean,
oh yeah, they were
that electric space heater, and then the one that I've got in the back in my bedroom, between the two, kept this coach up at about 74 degrees. Just absolutely comfortably perfect, you know? That radiator, digital radiator space heater would be great for Adam's garage.
Yeah, I mean, that's why in the most recent episodes when I've been in the garage, I'm either wearing a hoodie or a jacket or something.
Well, yeah.
It's because it's fucking cold.
It's something else that would help you out with your garage, and it's cheap, is go and get some of that Pink Panther foam board.
Oh, yeah.
Insulating foam board. And put it in your fucking garage door.
Yeah.
Hanging on your walls, hanging on your garage door.
Oh,
it's
there you go.
Insulation. It's good for insulation and sound deadening.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Irene, you got to be careful dressing like a cat. Steve has fetishes.
I forgot.
So, Renee, I was told that either way, regardless, I'm still going to have to at least own a helmet if I own a motorcycle, because some places I go may require me to wear one.
Missouri is one of them.
So I said, all right, I have a helmet. Now I'm waiting for one of them helmet covers that's a giant Oscar the Grouch.
Aw, that's so cute.
And on that note, good Lord. Oh, good Lord. Wow. God, I cannot wait to upgrade my studio. You fuck.
You lost the calypso.
There we go.
Island music.
This has been another edition of Mayhem's Amigos. We're glad you were all able to join us, and we're going to start a round robin. We'll start tonight with Steve. What are your final thoughts? Other
Steve,
than
what are my final thoughts? It's Sunday. Enjoy it with everybody's stories. Irene, everybody. Adam, hope it get warmer. Chris, you know what's coming in March, buddy. So you just go ahead and prepare. TJ, of course. Irene, the dearest. You look wonderful.
Thank you.
Don't forget to watch me tomorrow morning on Wake and Bake on the Ray Lyman Morning Disaster at morningdisaster.net. And then we'll be back on Tuesday. Ray will be back with Christina. And then me, I'll be back Tuesday for Ray Lyman's Morning Disaster.
Will Ray be there?
Will Ray?
Not Ray's show. Remember, it's Steve's show. Ray just happens to show up.
I forgot. My bad.
Yeah, that, Ray was kind of laughing about that, but then looked a little angry at the same time.
I know.
Yeah, why don't you hit me up when you guys are doing these shows? Where can we find them at?
You can find Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster, anything that Steve's doing at morningdisaster.net. You can find it at Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster on Facebook. You can find it on Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster YouTube page. And you can also become a subscriber. Prices start at $5 a month, range all the way up to however much you want to pay, and make Ray masturbate himself.
You can get 7 days for free if you sign up right now.
Sign up to become a subscriber. Get your first 7 days for free. That's morningdisaster.net. Become a subscriber or gift somebody the gift of laughter. Give them the Morning Disaster subscription for a year and get a discount on it for yourself.
They too will wonder,
Lord,
why am I here?
I'm still good at commercials.
We're a 4-time winner, 5-time winner. 4 times I've been on it. Of the Illinois Times Best Podcast.
Adam, your final thoughts tonight?
It's cold out here in my garage. Other than that, you guys can come find me. I'm on a little bit later on this evening for Weird Frequencies, where we talk about cryptids and conspiracy theories. You can find that on our Facebook page, Weird Frequencies, or on the YouTube page, Weird Frequencies. Should be starting around 8. Should. Until it actually happens, I don't know, because I'm not the one who actually runs it.
Right.
I'm just a talking head.
I was just going to say, are you guys ever going to hit me up to tell you guys about my Bigfoot experience?
I want to know about
it. Bullshit.
No.
All you got to do is show up.
I know Sasquatch.
Team Bigfoot.
Oh, damn.
We're not talking about your ex-wife.
Chris, do you need me to send you?
Bigfoot. He's cool as fuck. Just wants to be left alone.
Chris, do you want me to send you a link to the show tonight?
Chris, your final thoughts.
Oh, final thoughts. Well, you know me, ladies and gentlemen, always support live, local, independent music. You can find me on AsgardRadio.com. Thursday nights doing Throwback Thursday, and Saturday mornings playing whatever the fuck you want to hear. I actually took a lot of requests yesterday. I was surprised, we're still growing. And as far as Steve is concerned, Smoker Mania 2025, you're going down like a fat joint.
So he's not planning on raping you? I really thought that.
No, they're having a
in
smoke
March.
off.
I
They're
forgot all
having a
about the
smoke
smoke
off.
off.
It's
I
called
just thought
Smoker
Steve was gonna
Mania
give him something
2025.
Yep.
else for
They're
it.
going to see who's going to outsmoke the other one.
For the Toker Weight Championship.
Yep, the World Toker Weight Championship, which I am having commissioned and made.
I know, and I've talked to Jim. I still need that clip of what exactly TJ said about putting down and throwing down for the event.
Between those teams, or between those
I
times.
said I
mean,
put
remember you
$500
specifically
on
saying this time and this
charity, and I challenge Slider to match it.
Okay.
Irene, your final thoughts tonight.
time. Those wrestler girls are hot.
Yes.
Sarah Michelle Gellar's hot.
Yes.
I like butt stuff.
Do what now?
Here and elsewhere sometimes.
She likes butt stuff.
Words.
And you're definitely the hottest one on the show, so.
Thank you.
Yes, Adam, she's even hotter than you.
I know she is.
Why are you saying something to Adam? I'm the one that's disappointed over here. I thought I was too sexy for my
But
shirt.
listen, my
No,
fiance talks
you're not.
more about how pretty Irene is than about how handsome I am. Come on, man.
No, Chris, you are not the prettiest one on the show.
So sad. Only
Remember,
when
coming up,
Irene's not.
Smoker Mania 2025 coming in March. Steve versus Chris. Who's going to win the World Toker Weight Championship?
Me.
I'm trying to decide.
Like, there's only one way to find out.
Right.
Stay
Tune in
tuned,
and find
everybody.
out.
I really feel like Steve's gonna go too hard too soon and just like
Well, I mean, people with a small peen are very well known of going too far too soon. So,
yeah.
thank you for tuning in, everybody. We will be back Thursday night. That's it, guys. We're off for a week after Thursday night. We will not be back next Sunday. We will not be back the Thursday after Christmas. We will not return until the week of New Year. All right. I am going to be out of town and up in Illinois. So Thursday is our last show for the Christmas before the Christmas week. Everybody, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Chat room, you've been active and amazing, and I appreciate all of you guys. Everybody have a very safe and Merry Christmas. Remember, look out because Creeper Steve is coming to town. And you better hide everything.
Mm-hmm.
I am TJ with Chronic Chris, Adam, the lovely Irene, and of course, my favorite shit stain, Steve. We will see you Thursday night, and then we'll see you again after the New Year, or on New Year's week. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Hell yeah.